Hey everyone, I wanted to take some time today to talk about PAAL AI, why I decided to invest, and what makes this project so interesting to me. There's a lot to unpack, especially with all the drama that's went on around the merger talks and how that has created what I think was a fantastic opportunity. So first, let me start by saying I have had my eyes on PAL AI for a while. It's one of those projects that caught my attention early because of its unique approach to combining AI with blockchain. With many of the promising projects, the price just ran away from me. By the time I seriously thought about getting in, it has already skyrocketed, and I just couldn't justify buying at those levels. I kind of accepted at that time that I missed the boat. Fast forward to the merger announcement, and suddenly the market's sentiment shifted. There was all this classic FUD in the market. Prices dropped as people started questioning whether the merger would go through and what it might mean for the project. For me, this was a chance to step back in, dig into what was really happening, and decide if this was a genuine opportunity. Here's the thing, the merger was dependent on community voting, and I spent a good chunk of time scrolling through Twitter, reading comments, and checking out what the community was saying. Honestly, I couldn't find a single post that supported the merger. It was clear to me at that point that the majority of the community wasn't on board, which made me confident that the merger wouldn't happen. And that's when I decided to jump in. When everyone else was a lot of investors were fearful, I did see an opportunity to get back into PAL AI at the price I could finally justify. Boy, was I right. The merger was called off, and since then, the price of PAL AI has bounced back to where it was before all the uncertainty. That validation kind of gave me much more confidence in my decision to invest. Now, let's talk about why I am so bullish on PAL AI as a project. For starters, just look at what they're building. The potential use cases for their AI are incredible. For example, I work in higher education, and I can already imagine how their tech could be a game changer. Think about how universities and colleges handle student interactions, questions about class schedules, financial aid, campus events, housing, you name it. An AI powered chatbot could streamline so much of that, saving time and resources while improving the student experience. Well, it's just not about my field. Imagine the partnerships that PAL AI could form. They've actually, as a matter of fact, already announced a partnership with IBM, and I wouldn't be surprised if they team up with other major players in crypto and tech world. When you see a project making moves like that, it is a signal that they're onto something big, right? Fetch.ai is one of the largest AI players in the crypto space. Again, while many rushed to dump the token after the merger announcement, there's clearly a strategic reason for the major player like Fetch.ai to pursue a deal with a smaller cap project like PAL AI. Let's talk about mergers in general. It's frustrating to see how some investors miss the bigger picture and fixate on short term price fluctuations. The long term benefits of integrations like these are crucial for the ecosystem's growth, but mergers always stir up concern. From an accounting perspective, they can involve debt, equity dilution, or reduced cash reserves, all of which impact valuation and create uncertainty. Plus, acquisitions often involve paying a premium for the target company. I do not honestly know if this is the case in PAL AI, but factoring in intangibles like the brand value or like the intellectual property, which can inflate the cost. And let's face it, mergers don't always go smoothly. I came across metric recently, Harvard Business Review. According to them, about 70 to 90% of the corporate mergers fail due to challenges like poor team integration, loss of top talent, and misaligned priorities. This leads to issues like write-offs and impairment charges. Again, not to mention the potential for accounting tricks that mask deeper problems. While some firms excel at acquiring smaller companies, large scale mergers often end in efficiency and frustration. For PAL AI, avoiding a merger may have been the best decision, and with the price recovering post FUD, the project is back on track to focus on its promising roadmap and growing ecosystem. Another reason why I am so optimistic is the broader narrative around AI. Remember the stock market hype in 22 and 23? Companies like Nvidia were absolutely booming because of the excitement around AI advancements. My speculation is that it was a bear market then for crypto, but in the next crypto bull run, which is set to happen yet hopefully in 2025, AI tokens will be the hot narrative. Projects like PAL AI, which are already positioned in the space, could very well outperform other sectors simply because of how much attention AI will attract. Let's talk about the roadmaps here for a second. One of the things I always look for in a project is whether they have a solid plan. A good roadmap is so important. It's like a guide that shows they're not just winging it. PAL AI has clear milestones and goals, and that gives me confidence that they are serious about delivering real value. And of course, there is a question about price targets. Look, I'm not a financial advisor. In fact, if you're looking for financial advice on YouTube, boy, you're in the wrong place. But I'll say this, I think there's a tremendous potential here with PAL AI. It's right now sitting at 370 million market cap, and I have seen crypto projects with similar hype in the past value about $3 to $5 billion in the peak, which is about 10x from here if they keep executing on their vision and forming those big partnerships. But nevertheless, I'll be transparent about holding this coin. I am not looking forward to holding it long term. In fact, not financial advice, obviously, but none of you should be holding any altcoins in long term. I could have been 100% in Bitcoin, but I'm taking additional risk here for additional reward so I can fulfill my long-term dream of or goal of accumulating as much as possible in Bitcoin. So that's my take on PAL AI. It's been an interesting journey watching this project, waiting for the right moment to invest, and finally jumping into the merger FUD, during the merger FUD. With the merger behind us and the price recovering, I'm excited to see what's next for PAL AI. All the best to the investors and the team. Let me know your thoughts about PAL AI.